Hello and welcome to the Adamcast. This is episode 149, first broadcast on the 18th of June 2014. And on this week's show, we talk about an unfortunate nap, a letter that I received today, what I've been up to for the week, you know that already, and the fact that everything nowadays is a saga. Welcome to the Adamcast.
Welcome to the Adamcast. Here is your host, Adam Bates.
Hello and welcome to the Adamcast. My name is Adam. This is the podcast, the soon now becoming a videocast. And welcome along. It's our weekly get-together where we get together once a week to talk about the things that have been going on in and around your week and my week. So I hope you're okay. I hope you're enjoying this slight upturn in weather that we're having. It's looking good. It's looking promising. Although it seems at the moment every morning getting up to like glorious sunshine, which is sort of waking me up. And then after that, it sort of just disappears and goes grey and horrible. So by the time you get to lunchtime, you think, I might just sit outside or go a wander around the park. It's just awful and rubbish. But anyway, enough doom and gloom already. So if you've never listened before, this is a weekly podcast where we just sort of chat about stuff really. So thank you for coming, thank you for joining. If you're listening and you want to subscribe, you can do iTunes. We're available on Stitcher as well, so if you're on Android, not to miss out there, and also on Facebook and Twitter as well. So thank you very much. Your support, listening and general love is very, very much appreciated. And I've had a bit of a little bit of I'd say a nightmare hour. It's not really. I sort of came home from work going, right, I've got to do a podcast, feeling good, got loads of stuff to talk about this week, and then thought, as soon as I walked past the bedroom, the blackout curtain steels was still up from this morning, and like I say, it's like really bright in the mornings, so I thought, I don't know, I just like get into bed. And it's like a bit of a modern phenomenon where you think, I might get into bed so I can do a little Facebook check. So I got into bed and then just like, I'm really comfy. It's like, I might have a nap. Now I don't think I can remember the last time I came home from work and actually just full on had a nap. So I got myself comfortable, clambered into bed and then fell asleep. But I set my timer on first. I thought I've got to be smart because I can't waste the whole evening because I've got loads of stuff to do today. And yeah, but the timer didn't go off, so I sort of slept for maybe half an hour, 40 minutes longer than I thought I would. And some people can't nap. And I think napping is a very, very fine art, because I feel a bit groggy now, a little bit sort of spaced out. So this might be a bit interesting. We might go slightly more tangential than usual. But yeah, so I thought I've maybe failed a little bit on the nap front this afternoon. Well, that clears that up, doesn't it? Also, I'm a little bit on edge as well. From time to time, this stuff happens at work that really petrifies you. And I remember I used to work in the bars. I don't think I've told the story before. And I used to sort of have to stand at the front door a lot. And the bar that I worked at used to be rough from time to time. So that used to be quite scary. There used to be, quite aggressive people in your face. And I had some big burly men to sort of back me up. But there was one time I was standing at the front and it was a comedy night. And a guy was walking his dog. And the dog just something else is playing there. Hold on, that's strange. Let me just end that there. I must have accidentally pressed that. There's like a weird tinkling noise in the background. So a guy was walking his dog, and he walked past the front and smiled at me. So I sort of smiled back, common niceties, and he and basically his dog did an excrement on the doorstep. Well, not on the doorstep, just out from and he's chatted and he sort of said hello, and then he started to walk away, and I was like, excuse me, your dog's done a little poo there, and he was like, oh yeah, and he said, oh, what do you want me to do? And I was like, well, you need to pick it up. And he was like, and then I was going to substitute a word poo for something a little stronger that he said, but he was like, yeah, it's just a bit of poo though, isn't it? It's just a bit of poo. And I was like, yeah, but it's at front of the bar, people are going to stand in it, it's not nice. So he then went, well, I'll just pick it up then. I was like, brilliant, this is a good end to the discussion that will happen. Everyone gets what they want out of it. By pick it up, he meant actually just literally pick it up with his hands. So he just picked it up with his hands, started rubbing it through his hand, and going, well, it's just a bit of poo though, isn't it? Just a bit of poo. And that was the most scared I've ever been, because I'd just started a Tuesday night shift. I was going to be there for the next 6 hours, and I didn't want to have poo thrown at me, which was the logical step from someone having poo in their hands. I guess he kind of had the last laugh, really, because he wiped it all over the wall. But yeah, really scary. So I've been in some scrapes. Don't get me wrong, I've been in some scrapes at work, and this was one of them. And so today I'm a little bit on edge because we received a letter, and it was a signed for letter. So someone had sent it to us to make sure that someone signed for it and opened, and it was from our facilities department that sent it up, and it was just 4 blank sheets of paper. So it was like a brown envelope, like with our address on it, signed for, so someone definitely was going to receive it, and just 4 blank sheets of paper. And I don't know what's wrong with me. I started coughing. Don't have a cough. I started like itching and just being like really like, the more I thought about it, was just like scratching, getting really like quite hypochondriac about it. And then we just decided it was just someone maybe just forgot to put a driving license or something in it, but it was really scary at the time. It was like, what if there's something on it, and it's just paper, but you do wonder. It's like panicking. So every like worst case scenario was running through my head, so that's probably why I needed a nap, because I was probably like a little bit exhausted from all the anti-terrorism stuff that I had to deal with today. Nightmare. What else has been going on since I last spoke to you? Oh yes, football. Football started, World Cup. You might have missed it. It's not like it's been on telly or anything. I love the World Cup. It's brilliant. I'm actually going to try and catch a little bit of it now as soon as we finish this. Not that I'm going to rush the podcast. So the World Cup, that started on Thursday. England game on Saturday. It was good. We went to a ball at Old Trafford. So Old Trafford's a pretty good place to go and watch football. And it was a Princess Trust and Retail Trust ball, and they put on like a fashion show because it was part with New Look. It was really, really good. I got to dress up in a suit, and I haven't owned a suit that fitted me for about 6 years. I've always had one that's like too big and had one of like the big shoulder pads, so I always felt it's like a 6-year-old child in it. Whenever you had to wear a suit for an important occasion, I was like, I just feel like a child in this. So that was good. I actually got to meet some celebrities as well. I got to meet a Six Music presenter, so Chris Hawkins is a really nice guy, and it's also quite nice to actually meet someone who does radio and spoken stuff for a living, rather than just sort of with a cheap webcam in their spare room where you can see their wardrobes and a post-it note background. So that was really good. Don't really remember too much of the game, and I think that was mostly down to the fact that I may have had a few drinks by that point. We definitely celebrated the shot by Raheem Sterling. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like an optical illusion. It looks like it fires into the top corner because it ruffles the net, and then it looks like it bounces in the goal as well, but it's just the way that the cameras were. We were celebrating that for a good probably minute and a half, which is actually quite a long time. And the reason why we were celebrating for so long is it's sort of like, it looked like it went in, people were cheering over there, and just at the time my fiancée and her friends were walking back to where we were because they'd gone down for a dance, and so we were just like, goal! And then they were celebrating, and obviously I was happy to see her, so I was hugging, and then so everyone else sort of stopped celebrating, and you only just realised that you were the only ones left celebrating. That was it, just because we were happy to see them, and they were like, oh, they scored, I was like, yeah, and it was just awful, really. But I mean, for the rest of the match, I don't really remember too much of it, but it's good. So lots of World Cup, and then like Wimbledon starts as well, so it's just like sports coming out of absolute every ear. So that was good. What else has been going on? I've been really irritated by the word saga this week, and I'm not talking about like an old person's retirement or investment or insurance or whatever. I don't really like. It's one of those things that you don't really know about. Like Saga the company could be like some sort of old person like spy company or something, because you don't know until you get to that age. You don't know what they do because you'll never look into it, and that's what they're hoping you for. But the fact that everything's a saga these days, you can't just have like a story or just someone just getting on with it or anything like that. So everything's a saga, and I think the main culprit of this was Twilight. They couldn't have just had like a trilogy or quadruple. They had to go and have a saga, so like 4 books and like whatever, 5 films or whatever, and it had to be a saga. It couldn't just be just I don't know, just irritates me. And the fact that they've got the Candy Crush games, kind of just Candy Crush. Everyone calls it. Why have a saga? And now Farmyard Saga. Doesn't make any sense at all. And in fact, if anything, it irritates me quite a fair bit. What else have I got written down? One thing from Saturday as well. You're getting a bit cheeky when one of the doormen to get upstairs and out or outside, you had to take a lift. You weren't allowed to take drinks outside, so the door staff had already been told they can't leave with drinks. So to go upstairs, you need the lift. So we said, we're going upstairs. He's like, I'm going to need to escort you. And I was like, we're actually going to get escorted by a big burly security guard upstairs. It turns out that he didn't. He just wanted to press the lift button and I've always thought that that's like a like you made it moment is when you get into a lift and someone leans into the lift and presses a button and then it closes. It's kind of very much like President of the United States about it, because I don't imagine he presses the lift button much. Which makes me think of the time that my mum used to say whenever anyone discussed the royal family, and people would get angry about like the fact they've got like private jets and they're always on holiday, and they don't seemingly sometimes don't seem to do a lot. And my mum never got angry about that, or like the fact that they've got like people working servants for them and stuff like that. The one point that she would always get really angry about is she was like, I bet they never draw their own curtains. I bet they never draw their own curtains. And that was the one like weird sort of obsession with the thing, which actually leads on to some quite good correspondence. So I want to have for next week, if I could have things your mum believes, and that especially if your mum's a bit older and they've got sort of technological issues, that would be really good. So stuff that your mum believes or your mum told you about popular culture, and also their sayings as well. So if your mum or dad have got sayings that they always say, for example, my dad used to always say well, just like that. It's always well. And I forgot my mum. My mum, when she first started using computers and emails, she used to ask people for their email number, which I used to love. It was just brilliant. So I still use it now. So if you've got stories about your parents, let's just go parents. Funny thing your parents say, or funny things your parents believe, if you can let me know, it's facebook.com/The Adamcast, Twitter @The Adamcast, or you can email me adam@theadamcast.co.uk, and all of the information is on the website as well, which is www. You don't even need that anymore. That's the sort of like mum thing to say, isn't it? All the W's. Theadamcast.co.uk is where you find all the information about the show and the podcast. Anyway, I digress. So the guy presses the button and to go upstairs, and I was being a little bit cheeky because I'd been fueled by a little bit of drink. So I pretended to go to press the downstairs button, and he shot me a look of like, if you go anywhere near that button, you are going to literally be thrown out of the building, not out of the building, like out of the window building. So I sharply stopped doing that and learned my lesson and grew up and learned how to play by the rules, which is very important. Right, now it's time for your bit where you need to get involved. It's Conversation Corner.
Conversation Corner.
Conversation Corner, the part of the show where I like you to get involved with me. So far, it's just been me rambling on, and slightly more rambly than usual, I think, due to a weird sort of nap thing. Anyway, so I want you to get involved with me. We're quiet on correspondence this week, so it's a plea really. So if you've never got involved before, then please do. There's some stuff on the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/The Adamcast, Twitter, which is @The Adamcast, and on our Instagram as well. I've been trying to put loads and loads of pictures and stuff up recently, just to try and boost social traffic or something, or whatever they call it. So I would appreciate it if you have never been onto the Facebook page and you fancy having a look. If you've got Facebook, just type in The Adamcast or The Adamcast podcast, and that will come up, or just theadamcast.com/ no, that's not right. That's not right. Facebook.com/The Adamcast, and you can get onto our Facebook page, and that's just the easiest way to comment, because I post questions up there. So if you've got an answer to the question, such as what funny things do your mum and dad say, or what was the other one? What was it? Oh yeah, things that your mum and dad believe. Then please let me know, because that's the easiest way, and then you can be part of the conversation as well, because people like bounce off that, and that's good. And also, if you want to share the show, there's more ways now than ever now we video it. So if you want to follow us on the YouTube as well, you can do that because they film them all now. I don't know why, I just do. So next week I want a big raft of correspondence, and there's going to be loads of stuff going on in the next week. So please get involved. What else to say, really? Nothing. Going to see Darren Brown tomorrow. So that should be good. So I'll tell you all about that next week, unless he erases my mind. Other than that, here are the different ways to get involved.
Listen to the Adamcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Visit theadamcast.co.uk to find out more.
Right, lovely stuff. Right, okay, well, that's probably just about it for this week. I shall see you next week. Please like, share on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, tell a friend, do all of the usual stuff. That would be much appreciated. But until this time, no. God, it's been my catchphrase for ages and I still get it wrong. From this time until next time, this has been the Adamcast. Bye-bye.
Listen to the Adamcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Visit theadamcast.co.uk to find out more.